In the last video, we have updated the keyboard settings for our email and password fields, and we have configured the email keyboard to show a next button. What we want to do now is to write some code so that when the next button is pressed, then we move the current input focus from the email to the password field. And to do that, we need to talk about a new class called FocusNode. And just as we have declared a text editing controller both for our email and password fields, then we are also going to declare a focus node. So here we are going to type in final focus node email focus node equals focus node, like this. And I'm going to copy paste this and create also a password focus node. Then I'm going to head down to the method that creates my email text field, and in here I'm going to add a focus node property and pass in the email focus node. And also I'm going to do the same for the password text field, like this. Then I'm going to use one of the callbacks of text field, and the one that I'm interested in is called onEditingComplete. And here we want to call a new method that we are going to define in a second. And this will be called underscore email editing complete. Like that. So I'm going to copy this, and if I move over to the top, up here I can type in a new void method. It's going to be called email editing complete. And inside here I'm going to add a print line just for now that says email editing complete, and I'm going to hot reload, and I'm just going to use this to show you that if I'm on the email field and I type in something and then I press on next, then the email editing complete takes place. And this also takes place if I press the enter button on my keyboard, which I'm hitting right now. Okay, so we are now ready to see how we can move over to the password field, and to do that we need to type in the following code. So we're going to type FocusScope.of and then in brackets context and then .request focus, and here we're going to pass in one parameter, which is our password focus node, just like this. So let me show that this works, and then I'm going to explain it. So over here I'm on the email field, and now if I press on the next button, I can see that the focus has moved over to the password field. So how does this work? Well, if we open up the documentation for FocusScope, we can find out that FocusScope establishes a scope in which widgets can receive focus. And also, the focus tree keeps track of which widget is the user's current focus. The focused widget often listens for keyboard events. So the way this works in practice is that we can declare a focus node on each text field, and we have already done that for our email and password text fields. And then we can focus on a specific field by calling FocusScope of context.requestFocus and pass in the focus node of the desired text field. Okay, so we have now configured the focus of our email field. And what we want to do next is to be able to submit the form when the user finishes editing the password field. And this is quite easy because all we have to do is to locate the password widget, and over here we are going to add an onEditingComplete callback, and here we pass the submit method that we have created before. So let's test this out from the beginning. So I'm going to dismiss this page, and then I'm going to open it again, and here I can type in a random text, and if I press enter, the password now has the focus, and I can enter a random password, and if I press enter again, then I can see that I get a console log telling me that the email address is badly formatted, and this confirms that the form has been submitted when I press enter on the password field. Okay, so we have now seen how to deal with focus to improve the user experience when we work with text fields. So let's continue on the next video.